Aidan, coming off a bye week, you guys had 2 weeks. I know you had some time off, but what happened with the offense today? It seemed to regress.
Yeah, I think just lack of execution. I point to myself, say I got to do a better job of just executing in the run game and the pass game, making sure we have a good play going when I hike the football. And so, you put it on me. I got to execute better.
What becomes the goals the rest of the way now? There's 4 games left. You're 5-8. What becomes the objective and the goals?
Yeah, I think it's just a one-game season every week. I think the opponents are difficult every week. It's the NFL, and so especially now this next week, we have a short week. We got to kind of turn the page pretty quickly and move on to play against the Chargers on Thursday night. So I think it's just taking one game at a time, not biting off more than we can chew, but taking it one at a time.
Obviously, this was your first bye week. Any learning lessons from that? It seemed like it was a little bit of a struggle getting back on rhythm coming out of the bye week.
I think I don't know if it was anything to do. I think it was just lack of execution, and I think they're a really good defense too, really good defensive coordinator, and so they made it difficult for us to just do our normal stuff. And so kudos to them for playing a good game.
Aidan, Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. Last time we were in here, we asked you the exact same thing, and you said, I got to point to myself. I got to do better. I asked this with the utmost respect. When you look at the last couple of games and where this team's at right now and sort of under the pressure, are you the right man for the job right now, or are you a little overwhelmed?
I think I have confidence in myself to execute and to do my job properly. I haven't done it good enough, and so I got to be better at doing that. But I still have full confidence in myself to do this. I'm learning every week what it takes and working extremely hard to try to put a good product on the field. I'm not doing it right now, so I got to do better.
As they said, there was a bye. There were 2 weeks to prepare for them. Did they do anything you didn't see? Did they do anything that you didn't expect?
They do a lot of different things, and so they do a good job of Rolodexing it on early downs and third down. And so, like I said, they make life difficult to operate in a normal fashion. Different personnels, different fronts, different blitzes, different coverages, and so it would have taken a lot better execution for us to be successful. And again, I put that on myself.
Anything else? Good.
Thanks, guys.
Antonio,
Yes, sir.
any explanation for how the offense played today? And was there any consideration to potentially making a quarterback change going to Jimmy G?
No, poor performance. Coaching started with myself, started with the coordinator, quarterback, so on. Just bad overall.
No inclination to go to Jimmy?
We'll evaluate everything going forward.
Antonio, with a bye week for the offense to regress, was that shocking to you, or did it have more to do with injuries? What stood out to you?
Yeah, no excuse there. It is shocking. Plenty of time to prepare for opponent. Knew what they did. Nothing new. Just again, poor coaching, poor performance by the players. Starts with myself.
Antonio, when you were a player and on the defensive side, you lost a game like this, how did you combat those feelings in the locker room, maybe of the defense being upset with the offense for not holding up their end?
Well, the good part, we didn't have that. Guys took accountability. Listen, we got to pitch a shutout. Get it to overtime. Best we can do. 3-point ball game. Yeah, you're frustrated, but at this point, you can't really point yourselves. There's opportunity for us on defense to get off the field on third down. And that's the easy way to go. But as a team, like I tell them, we win together, we lose together. It wasn't a good performance by us overall.
In hindsight, at the end of the first half, any thought about going maybe more aggressive, trying to score some points at the end of the first half?
I thought we did. We in that 2 minute, we moved the ball to last. I think they had the ball at the 10-yard line, so we were backed up. We tried to move it, use timeouts, and then got one timeout left for 1 second. We was gonna take a shot in the end zone, and again, it started with poor coaching, poor execution.
AP, Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. Short week. This has to be a tough game to come out of to now prepare for, and go in and sort of motivate the guys. Just your thoughts.
No, it's not. It's not gonna be hard motivating. Short-term memory. I told them what we was gonna do: win, lose, or draw. We'll be in the office working tomorrow as coaches, bright and early. players to be in there right afterwards, and we're moving on to the Chargers. On this one, you got to have a short-term memory. Remember, you got a divisional opponent coming in here at home.
I guess what is the level of concern for Josh Jacobs, especially with the short week in terms of his injury situation?
Tough guy. I mean, I think, I had to look and get with our medical staff on that, but he tried to fight as best he can. Wasn't able to finish. We'll look into that tomorrow.
AP, Josh looked like he was injured the whole game. He didn't look like himself. Was that accurate?
He got injured. He got nicked up early on, and I think it got on him. He tried to come back, and it just wasn't. He wasn't himself, and at that point, he was over. It was done with him.
Antonio, going back to the quarterback, was there any inclination during the game to move off of Aidan and turn it over to Jimmy?
No, I think you can look at both teams how they were looking at it, right? But for us, we were moving the ball. There was opportunities, penalties, turnovers for us to put points on the board. And that just wasn't a quarterback. That's why I said it was an offense. It's easy to figure out the quarterback. And obviously, we'll look at that as we go forward. But we knew what we got when we put Aidan at quarterback. It was going to be some ups and downs. And this was not one of our better performances.
You said everything will be evaluated. Does that include your coordinators? Does that include everybody going
The whole
forward?
football program. Our whole program. Everybody. Got to win. It ain't good enough. So, got to win.
More guys? Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.